Federal Reserve Chair Jay Powell delivered remarks at his July press conference that largely amounted to a defense of the Fed's modestly restrictive monetary policy stance. He also addressed the question of what it will take for the Federal Open Market Committee, the FOMC, to start cutting rates again. His remarks suggested that a rate cut in September is definitely not a sure thing. Instead, the majority of the committee remains in risk management mode, intent on keeping its options open while waiting and learning for the data. Let's take a closer look. Powell reiterated his assessment from the June FOMC meeting that conditions in the labor market seem broadly consistent with the committee's maximum employment goal. He repeatedly characterized the labor market as solid and still in balance. In contrast, he noted that inflation remains above readings that would be consistent with the committee's price stability goal. He did acknowledge that there are risks to both the maximum employment and price stability goals, but his comments signaled greater concern about the latter, noting that the committee's policy stance is appropriate to guard against inflation risks. When asked which data would justify cutting rates, he simply said the committee will adopt a more neutral policy stance once risks to its dual mandate become better balanced. He emphasized the FOMC's effort to balance the risk of cutting rates too soon, which could require future rate hikes to finish the job with inflation, against the risks of cutting too late, which could do unnecessary damage to the labor market. We interpreted the chair's remarks as consistent with our view that September might be too soon for a rate cut. Powell volunteered that it's really hard to say whether incoming data will be dispositive on the balance of risks questions, particularly regarding tariffs. Like the FOMC, we'll be watching the totality of the data between now and then, keeping in mind that, as Powell noted, while higher tariffs have begun to show through more clearly for some goods prices, their overall effects on economic activity and inflation remain to be seen.